This is what she's like. It's like she can't just sit and be normal. She's got to be, she's got to be moving around all the time, and trying to be the center of attention and smiling at everybody, especially boys. That's really embarrassing because that's not the kind of person I am. And now I'm like a grown-up and she still does that, like she smiles at good-looking men. I mean, I've been married for a million years now. It's really embarrassing. I mean, to tell you the truth, they feel so real. It feels so real when those sides of me or whatever they are, when they happen, it feels so real. It feels so real that it feels so real that I'm afraid one of them or both of them are going to wake up in the middle of the night and do something like take off my wedding ring so I can't find it, so that crazy one who's so hot to trot all the time will, pick up guys or something behind my back. I mean, that's what it feels like. That's just anxiety. I know it's just anxiety that I'm in charge and I'm here and I'm the person sitting in this chair and there aren't two other people, but I'm telling you, that's what it feels like. Okay? I'm telling you, that's what it feels like. It's just awful, really. Especially when I'm sad all the time. I mean, I kind of need to feel like I know what's going to happen next. I can't take all this suspense. There's always suspense. Hi. I'm here at the right time, right? Okay. See, I'm making better eye contact this week. You told me to work on that, and it's hard. You see, I keep wondering, but I'm really trying. And it helps. It's like every time I make eye contact, it's like I pull myself up. And truthfully, I'm sorry, I'm just looking for, well, I didn't exactly write it because I don't keep journals. I've never kept journals. I just really don't think that ever would have helped me very much or made me feel good about myself. It seemed tedious to me. It's sort of staying the same, except it is a little better. For about 24, 36, maybe even 48 hours after I left here the last time, which was the first time, I felt like my skin had just been pulled off my bones. And I was just raw, just sort of exposed. And every single dream, it seemed like I dreamed that I was naked and I felt embarrassed and like everybody knew all the horrible things there were about me or something. Then all of a sudden I realized, I guess a few days later, that I was less depressed. Now I just feel sort of, here's me, and the depression is dirt piled up on my poor prone body about an inch, which isn't so bad, you know. I mean, I suppose theoretically, if you were buried under an inch of dirt, that you could probably shake that out or crawl out of it. Of course, in my case, I think somebody put water in that dirt and it's mud now, so I have to like shake off, crack off, sweep off something about an inch of mud. I kept thinking about the beginning of Dante's Inferno and how that's how I feel. Like all of a sudden this sadness that I've always been able to manage ever since it started when I was a little kid, that it's overwhelming now. Like I just got stopped in the middle of my life, like Dante. Like 8 lines, 9 lines, you know, that are...
That's the end of the poem.
They're really describing how I feel and how I've been feeling and how I wound up in therapy and talking to you. And
that's the end of the poem.
There's a good ending.
That's the
so
end
here
of
it
the
is.
poem.
In the midway of this our mortal life, I found me in a gloomy wood, astray. That's how I feel, astray. Gone from the path direct.
That's the end of the poem.
And even to tell it were no easy task, how savage wild that forest, the forest, how robust and rough its growth.
The end.
Which to remember only my dismay renews in bitterness, not far from death. See, that's with me. I feel buried. However, yet to discourse of what their goods befell, hope, maybe, all else will I relate discovered there.
So,
first he had to go through that and survive it and understand it until he could lay it to rest and put it behind him. In therapy, I have to tell you about all the circles of hell in my mind until I can come out at the end and have that behind me and leave it.